Nerdrotic.com.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to a very special episode of the Nerdrotic Nooner. Excuse me. Little brand placement on my coffee cup. I guess I got to start this out by saying how grateful I am to have such an understanding wife who woke me up this morning and said, it's okay that Mother's Day is canceled because of Doctor Who. And I'm like, what the? No. And yes, we have the 14th Doctor announcement. Now, I have some questions. I have a lot of questions. And I tweeted at RTD's old account when he was doing the watch-alongs and shit, and I just asked him, and he's never going to respond. Who was the first Doctor, and where was the Doctor born? These are very important questions that need to be answered immediately. Like, they should have been answered already. And the fact that they're not answered already kind of tells me everything I need to know. It's all about the timeless children. I believe that they needed to hit it out of the park. They needed to do something extraordinary. And they still might do that. That is still a possibility with the 60th and maybe beyond a little bit. But I guess we can't bury the lead. I'm really not sure how to pronounce his name. And I don't know. Perry Chan right now is in the Discord being savage. Being absolutely savage. I don't know if I could even say everything. I probably will, but maybe later on in the live stream. Does this decision blow you away? Are you ready to come back to Doctor Who? It's like, that's it. It's saved. No. No. Now, to be fair, and again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Is it really Shooty? Is it really Shooty? I guess we'll find out when I run the interviews, which I will do in just a moment. Like, zero prep for the show, folks, which is kind of on par with everything else, to be honest with you. So first we'll welcome some people, and then we'll talk about Shooty. This guy should have been the 13th Doctor, if anything. This show would be in a lot better shape if they had made this decision instead of Jodie. The first female Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, was a complete and total disaster. Everything about the show was terrible. It killed a franchise, and that franchise, to me anyway, is still dead. I have no problem what the guy's skin color is. That's never been a problem. As long as he's got balls, because the Doctor's a man. It's a male established character. It doesn't work the other way because we just spent 5 years, 2.5 seasons, let's not call it 3, proving that. The ratings prove that. It's dead in my country. It's deader than dead. And is this going to bring everybody back here? No, it's not. But he could turn out to be a great doctor. I'm sure a lot more people are going to give it a chance that would before. But I'm guessing when we get to the chat, there's going to be a lot of people going, nah, not until I hear about Timeless Children. And even then, you can't unsee it. It would be, okay, what if Disney someday, there's some multiverse where Disney erases the Disney trilogy of Star Wars. You can't put the soy milk back into the titty. You can't. You've already seen it. It's in the back of your mind. And the only thing that would heal that is time. Lots of time, in my opinion. But, Disney paid billions for Star Wars to make billions, to have unquestionable blockbusters. And that's the same for the licensees of Doctor Who, which they are going to heavily rely on now that it's with Sony and Bad Wolf. Merchandising is going to be very important. T-shirts, tchotchkes, and most importantly, licensing it to other countries like China. And we know how much China embraces diversity. The communist ethno-state doesn't really embrace diversity. I know Simu Liu might think different, but it doesn't. This probably is going to go over fine in the UK, and Mrs. Nerdrotic is more aware of this actor than I am because she watched the show he was in with Gillian Anderson called Sex Education. And considering all of the grooming issues Disney's had, I don't know if people want to poke in on that show or not. Not really sure. No, I don't know what it's about, so I don't care. It's on Netflix, so that tells you everything you need to know. Let's see who's here. I got the little chat going up here. Yeah, okay. And I've been asked already, will there be a Fury of the Whovians live stream? Yes, there will be. It's not going to be today, but there will be. I need to gather the lads and lasses. And I saw that Az and Mahler were talking about it while I was sound asleep. Just out. Completely out. Because I was recording another Doctor review, Doctor Strange. We have the Moon Knight review ready to go after this live stream. Probably be about an hour after the live stream. We'll drop the Moon Knight review. Doctor Strange will be probably Tuesday. And quite frankly, I was interrupted a lot by watching Flashcast and Lofty. Ooh, man. I would have to say those were some of the worst takes I have seen. And It's a Gundam introduced me to Chris Chan, and I watched the Gunt thing go down. So, and if you guys don't know what that is, don't bother looking. It's just one of those things it's best not to know. Sometimes it's just best not to ask questions you don't want answers to, okay? It's kind of like looking up blue waffle. Just don't do it. Now some of you are going to do it. And you're going to regret it, but I warned you. All right. Let's go to the chitty chat. Hello, chat, you beautiful, sexy people out there. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to Melissa, my lovely wife. Happy Mother's Day to both my moms. I have two moms, not lesbians. I'm from the same multiverse universe as America Chavez, except, when I got stung by a bee, I didn't kill my moms. Just kidding. I'm adopted. So happy Mother's Day to Mama Beekler, who raised me. Love you. Happy Mother's Day to Mama Thorne, who was brave enough to continue with the pregnancy at the age of 16 when dear old dad flew the coop. and put me up for an adoption. I was born in a Salvation Army hospital for unwed mothers back in the day. We'll just say back in the day. And and again, thank you, Mom. Thank you for my life. And happy Mother's Day to my little sister, Chamisa. Cute as a button she is. Love her so much. But I'm sorry. Am I killing my reputation right now for being a total misogynist? Oh, well. Mother's Day is very expensive around these parts. It's like Christmas. Christ's sake. Okay. We got Noob Boy, Voido, Mila, the Infinite Dude. That's a good name. Ericos 2023. What's happening next year? Snake Oil Sean, Mikhail. Oh, I can't say that last name. Hi, Mikhail. I'll just say that. Geek Tropology, Vezarel, Dragon Mage 967, Grand Admiral Adam RM, Jan Dane, John CFC1, Professor Rufus Alexander. Guy Incognito retracted your message. Slacker 2386. Happy Mother's Day to all moms. Dirty Randy, Steve L. Knievel, Steve Knievel. I said it. I'm sorry, I screwed that up. Bendovsky. Are you Russian or Ukrainian? I don't know. Hello, everybody. The Biv. Look at all those members. Paul Turner, Joey 101 UK, Ginger Cat. By the way, we changed the member levels. So the initial one, which used to be Protomolecule, is now radicalized. The one that was Gelogia is now Fellowship. And we kept Gandalf because Gandalf was the GOAT. And Hale, let's go, Brandon. All right, let's go over these articles, and then I really want to hear from you on this one. Because I don't know what there is to say. I am not aware of the actor. Maybe I'm sometimes I'm not a very good YouTuber. And the reason sometimes I'm not a very good YouTuber, quite frankly, is because sometimes I don't freaking shout myself out enough. I'm not very good at the self-promotion thing, which is weird, but I'm just not. So many a moon ago, I ran with, at the time was a rumor that I knew was absolutely true. I had no doubt. This wasn't an anonymous email I got. This was from a person who worked as a licensee with Doctor Who for years. A person that I've known for years through the comic shop. Okay, so I got to know this person through the comic shop for completely different reasons than YouTubing. It was for toy collecting. Okay, person's no longer in that sphere anymore, so I'm a little slightly freer to talk about it, but not that free. But I absolutely knew that that they were going to retcon the origin to solidify Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall's legacy. And it was part of the plan from day one, which they later came out and admitted. So that is that is beyond question. So I knew these things. But then the last thing I was told was there's no way on God's green earth this is going to be another White Doctor. And I'm like, fine, I don't give a shit. I don't maybe they shouldn't have done it before. It doesn't matter. Did they find the best actor for the job? Well, Russell T. Davies says otherwise. So I got to take the man at his word. But I was told it would be a black male 2 years ago. That was the BBC edict. So I'm still thinking the BBC has a little bit of say in this show. I don't think Bad Wolf is completely free and autonomous. Maybe autonomous in the way that Marvel is now with Disney, which really isn't that autonomous when the guy who runs Marvel, Kevin Feige, is a Disney employee, is a Disney dude, practically a Disney executive. So he might be. But I know he runs all facets of Marvel. Even though Sony owns Bad Wolf now, I think RTD is completely in charge. But like the BBC still own Doctor Who, so they probably had some say. Does it matter? Not if the guy's a great actor. No, it doesn't. And like I said before, this is the decision they should have made in 2017. Now, what makes me question that this is not based entirely on meritocracy was I was told that they don't want, meritocracy is out. It's just out. What they're way more worried about is a few blue check marks on Twitter whose influence is dying down a little bit. And that's a good thing. There's a lot of good things happening. I'm just not sure this is one of them. If you want to be an optimistic, hopeful Doctor Who fan, I'm not gonna shame you, not gonna get down on you. Go for it. I would just say, with everything now, hope for the best, expect the worst. But I've already heard a couple. Now we'll go over the initial statement, which I thought was fine. As a matter of fact, I thought it was more than fine. But then there was another statement where I'm like, oh no, we'll go over it. But the initial statement I thought was pretty good. I thought it was being very aware that you're in a business and you need to have as many customers as possible, and your customers are going to believe in different things. And that's good. That's good. You want to get to as many people as possible because ultimately it's a TV show meant to entertain people, which is the most good you can put in the world. The least good, preach them your own personal politics. The most good, occasionally tell an allegorical tale based in a science fiction setting that might make people think or not. And first and foremost, remember to have fun with this show. That's the most important part. But I am, like I said, I was not turning on my fan here. I was not planning on live streaming today. The chat has been hilarious this morning. I've been keeping an eye on you, and so has Perry. I saw some of you in there. You're funny. You're making me laugh. Okay. We're going to go to our first interview. Make sure I got the right window. No, I don't have the right window up. Do we want to do that one first? We'll do this one first. Okay. Oops. It also helps to be going through the right speakers. There we go. There's the man, RTD, and Shooty Gatwa? Shooty Gatwa? We'll find out.
We saw the news earlier on. Shooty, we saw the news earlier on. How long have you been sitting on this particular nugget, and are you feeling excited, nervous? Tell us what's going through your head.
Feeling all of the above. I've known since about February this year, so it's been tricky trying to keep this under wraps because I've got a very big mouth. But yeah, we done it. We did it. It feels amazing. It feels really amazing, and it's a true honor. This role is an institution, and it's so iconic, and it means a lot to so many people, including myself. And so it makes everyone feel seen as well. It's something that everyone can enjoy.
Makes everyone feel seen. Does anybody I need validation. I need to feel seen. So I'm going to find a television show to do that for me. I mean, this is the hubris of entertainment. And this is where I mean, it's filled with narcissists, egomaniacs, sociopaths. We all know that. It attracts them, just like politics. There's really no difference. But they really do believe, like, we are so influential. We can change the world. You know, and I just told you how you can do that and how many writers have done that. Now, Russell T. Davies is a real writer, who's read some books. I tweeted that yesterday. We have so many writers who don't read, who just clearly don't read. The only thing they've ever done is watch TV shows and movies. They haven't left their fucking room. Some might still live with their parents. I don't know. But we used to have writers who, like, I don't know, experience things in their lives, went on a vacation once in a while, maybe even an adventure. Some went to war. Some went to World War I. And World War II. But no, nobody gets, okay, if you need a TV show to give you validation, you need therapy, okay? You can only get validation from yourself. You don't need it from anybody else. It's really not that big of a secret. Sometimes it's hard to get there, but that's your answer. It's been out there. It'll be out there tomorrow.
Very grateful to have had the baton handed over. So I feel very grateful to have had the baton handed over, and I'm going to try to do my best.
Have you always been a big Doctor Who fan? Anyone that you particularly want to model yourself on, or, of course, do your own thing as well?
I'm definitely going to do my own thing, definitely. I mean, they're all amazing. You can't pick. You cannot pick. Yeah, a fan of Doctor. I don't know who isn't a fan of Doctor Who. I really don't know. So yeah, very excited to join the family.
And Russell, what was it about Ncuti that made you think he is the person for the part?
He is talent. Don't listen. Talent. It was the most blazing audition. It was our last audition. It was our very last one. We thought we had someone, and then in he came and stole it. And genuinely, I've watched Sex Education, loved his work, didn't quite know what we were going to get until I was in the room. And meeting you since, Ncuti, it's just going to be a joy. I'm properly thrilled. It's going to be a blazing future.
Of course, Jodie still has one big special to go. She's the current Doctor for the next few months, so you don't want to, I know, say too much about the future. But where are you on planning your new Doctor Who empire, and what made you come back again to it after all the things, you know, you said it's in the past, it's like going back to an old job or an old partner?
Well, it's a show that constantly renews itself. Look at Ncuti, look, here we are. It's there, and it's always in my job, it's always the chance to work with new talent, like the It's a Sin cast. That's what drives me every day, and Doctor Who always has something new to say, and we're not giving away anything yet. I mean, Jodie's still the Doctor. We love Jodie. She spoke to her yesterday. She's so happy about this. But we're going to keep quiet, and it's all going to happen in 2023.
We can't wait for her to go. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. That's how we feel about Jodie. Well, okay. Positives. They didn't mention race at all. That is a positive. That is progress. They didn't mention, not yet anyway. They mentioned scene. New things to say. How about just new stories to tell? That's the one thing I've never bought into when that bullshit about we've run out of Christmas stories. Have you? I the channel was much smaller, but I'm like, hey, somebody, just a bunch of you, email me Christmas story ideas for Doctor Who. I got hundreds of emails, and like some of them were a joke, but like some were really good. There's no shortage of stories. That is, especially with Doctor Who, that is just utter bullshit. Things to say? How about, we're sorry. We're sorry we deliberately divided the fan base with our own personal politics because we're a bunch of fucking narcissists. How about that? I know they're not going to say it, but that would be a good start. Ncuti, if you want some unsolicited advice, don't do anything Jodie did. You don't have to be a Doctor Who fan. Matt Smith wasn't a Doctor Who fan, but Matt Smith went out and did the work. I would sit down and you go to your BritBox and watch them all. And not just once. Internalize it. And don't worry. If you're a good actor, don't worry about other doctors or other actors influencing you. Because there's one very, well, it's not basic because not everybody has it. You need to have the 1,000 light year stare to be Doctor Who. That's something Jodie never had. You have to have command, presence. Again, I've never seen him in anything, so I don't know. He might have it. It doesn't feel like it right now, but that, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm just going off an interview. And I think he answered as best as he could, but I don't think any real Doctor Who fan gives a crap if the actor watched it or not. You know, is it a plus? Yes. But is it a negative if you just come out and go, listen? No. But I'm willing to become a fan. I mean, that's good enough for me. If you're willing to do the work, I'm fine with that. Here are the problems. Okay, here's the biggest problems. Hang on. I got to get that chat going again. Aside from all the woke shit, which is pretty much the entire problem, but it's got other problems too. This is an old show. This is an old fucking show. It's a show, yes, that renews itself, but it's an old show that broke itself, which it's never done before. Ever done before. But it's long in the tooth, and it needed to do something earth-shattering, and this just isn't it. Not for the U.S. I can't speak for Australia, but it ain't it. It's not a terrible decision, though. We're like, okay, fine. But like I said, it's dead till the Timeless Children's gone, and if you're and just ignoring it is not enough. Is not even close to being enough, because it will get picked up later, or this show will get canceled. If somebody puts a gun to my head right now, what do you expect the ratings to be? Slightly better, but I don't think they're going to be astronomical, unless like Russell is just back to form. It has been a long time since that guy wrote Doctor Who, and for the longest time, he wasn't there. And there's going to be, I mean, who's he bringing back? Is Moffat going to write episodes? Because Moffat was instrumental in the RTD run. Absolutely instrumental. Those guys were great together. Great. I think they were better together. I think they kept each other in check. I mean, Moffat didn't write a bad episode in the RTD area. Like, all of his episodes are the best episodes. Or right up there in like the top 10. Like, every single one of his episodes are just the ones that, you know, the newer fans just go boom, boom, boom. Stephen Moffat episodes. So is he going to come back? That'd be kind of cool. I'd be fine with that. I'd be totally fine with it. I know they're buds, but Moffat tried to get RTD to write an episode for his entire run, and he wouldn't do it. Maybe they know why. Maybe there's something behind the scenes we don't know why. You gonna let Captain Jack back someday? Maybe, or is he canceled? I don't know. I find it hard to believe that the BBC is just and everybody has turned over this new leaf, and they're just gonna go, okay, we're gonna try to make stuff for everybody and leave all of the political, because they need to. They cannot have not a whiff of politics at all. I wouldn't. Question: are we going to have episodes in the Deep South in the early 20th century, 19th century, 18th century? Like, what exactly are we going to? How are we going to deal with past historic episodes? Or are they just going to go and just be in? I'm fine with them being in space, on other worlds, and just not being on Earth for a couple seasons. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions. Let's see what you guys have to say. Because you know they're going to do it. You know they're going to do it. They're going to be like Doctor Who, Jim Crow, whatever. Doctor Who. Maybe they'll go back and redo the Rosa Parks episode. I don't know. I mean, these are too complicated for a Doctor Who show. Part 1, by the way, Enoch Maman for $50. Thank you very much. And when I say complicated, complex, like if you really want to go back in time with a Black Doctor, a Black Doctor who's been many other people, who's thousands of years old, it just wouldn't be. It just would be handled ham-fisted. It would. I'm not saying there isn't a story to tell. I just don't think the BBC should be telling that story. Part 1, my brother and I just finished taking my mother out to lunch. Good, for Mother's Day. Would you please wish my mom, Carla, happy Mother's Day, Carla, a happy Mother's Day. Would you also please dispel some fears of hers? She thinks I might have developed a vulgar sense of humor. Enoch Maman is a perfect gentleman, Carla. He does not have a... I can't lie to your mom, Enoch Maman. I'm not going to lie to your mom. Hey, your son's sense of humor is nowhere near as vulgar as mine. Okay? He's a good boy. You should be proud of him. Absolutely proud of him. And it's nothing like Perry. Holy shit. Where was I? I need to go over here now. 300. By the way, thank you for the $50, sir. Gonzalo Bergali for 300 Uruguayan pesos. Remove the BBC captions from the interview, and one could think that they are doing a series on Chris Tucker character in The Fifth Element, Ruby Road. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I think Quarterback Garrett said Simon Phoenix. Everything's super green. Perry said his catchphrase should be booyah. Oh, no, Perry. Terrible person. As soon as he regenerates, booyah! You know who they should have gotten to play the Doctor? And I was looking at the Friday Night Tights thumbnail. I'm like, oh, fucking Clifton Duncan would have been awesome. A little more masculine. Just saying. Just a little bit. And Clifton, if you look at the FNT thumbnail, he's got the 1,000 light year stare right there. It's like in the thumbnail. I'm like, holy shit, he would have been great. But no. So yeah, I fully expected the Doctor to look like the Doctor does, and as I said then, I'll say it now. That's not my problem. It's never been my problem. My problem is what themes will come with it. If they're Doctor Who themes, that's great. That will be fantastic. If they're praying at the Church of Modernity, get fucked. I have no time for that anymore. Is Doctor Who? It's still. I won't even say it's on thin ice with me. I mean, it's dead. It's dead to me. I just made a video with we made a video. Top 5 murdered franchises. They are murdered. They are dead. Sure, you can keep making stuff, but like, there's the term jumping the shark. Well, I'll fact check myself on this one. What season did Happy Days jump the shark? Season 5. That's when Happy Days jumped the shark. How many seasons of Happy Days? 11. Happy Days was dead after season 5, but it had such a built-in audience. It went on for 6 more seasons, and it lost viewers and eventually got canceled. But what is in the cultural zeitgeist? What does everybody remember from my generation who used to love Happy Days, by the way, which is a total ripoff of American Graffiti, but we were fine with that. It was dead after season 5. Sure, it went on for a little while. Metallica's still making albums. They're not relevant. Star Wars was the biggest franchise in the world. Doctor Who, biggest franchise in the UK, and a worldwide phenomenon, a worldwide success. Star Trek was a big franchise, very popular here. Game of Thrones, pretty fucking popular worldwide. Do we think for a moment that Kurtzman Trek is as popular? No. Is it popular at all? No. House of the Dragon, aside from the 100 YouTube channels that are pining for Game of Thrones relevance again, or some of the normies, and I mean a very small number of them, do you think anybody's interested? Do you think the interest will equal Game of Thrones? Because that's why they're making it. They put more money. For instance, House of the Dragon cost 3 times as much as the original series did in its beginning. 6 times as much. So you know what they want? 18 million viewers live. That's what they want. That's what they're expecting. They expect this to be just like Game of Thrones. They ain't getting that. Not over a consistent amount of time. And I've got to see, everything happened at once. We had Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, House of the Dragon, trailer drops, and then fucking Doctor Who. It's good times. And all I want to do is actually hang out with my wife and then watch Babylon 5, but that's not happening this weekend. It's just not happening. So when they bring Russell T. Davies back and they announce a new Doctor, they want 10 million live viewers in the UK. That's what they want consistently. 10 to 8. I'm sure the Christmas special is coming back. I'm positive. Hopefully Murray Gold's coming back. That's a positive. Love Murray Gold. Him and Rami Dewaldi are the 2 best TV composers out there, without a doubt. Murray Gold's better. Murray Gold's fucking the GOAT, dude. That guy is the Doctor Who soundtracks are as good as any film soundtrack. Period. So that's what they're expecting with this. So maybe I'm pretty sure Tennant and Smith will be back for the 60th. Will Jodie be back for the 60th? That's the biggest question. I don't think so. All right. So I guess the question for you is, are you good? Or does that Timeless Children need to go? Or does it just not fucking matter? You're done. It was a good 50 plus years. Started going woke during Capaldi's era. And I'm just done. And aside from that one ratings blip with Jodie's first episode, the ratings have been not brilliant. And I don't think they're going to be much better than the Capaldi days. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be right. Good public image song. Alistair Archibald, I can read, for 20 British pounds. Thank you for the donation, Alistair. I appreciate it. Nothing to say, though. Well, shoot me something in the chat. Just put at Nerdrotic, and I'll see it, Alistar. I'll try to see it. It's going a little fast for my old ass right now. Tycho TMA1 for $5 says, I keep praying they don't go after Stargate, but but these locusts aren't giving me much confidence. I think honestly, we're not there yet. But I'd say if they don't fuck with Stargate for 2 years, you're safe. Either they're not going to make it, or it would be better than it would be in, say, 2019. A lot of the stuff we're getting is from a year and a half ago. Some stuff's really old. But, Hollywood needs to make money, ultimately. Eric July said this, and I completely agree. There is the tops, there's the bankers, same goes for the BBC. There's the tops, there's the bankers who don't watch any of this shit. They pay people to have opinions for them. And it's the people they pay to have opinions for them, the middle management, who are feeding them horrible information. Because the middle management, who also doesn't watch any of this shit and is completely disconnected with the general public, thinks this woke shit was actually going to make them money. And they were told, because people, especially middle management idiots, want to believe what they want to believe. So instead of genuinely looking at the discourse and going, we've pissed off half of our audience, or in a lot of cases, more than half our audience. That isn't good. They go, fucking Nazis. We don't need them anyway. And then you're fired. Back to living with 19 roommates, 8 cats, and hey, I don't want to diss cup of soup, but it's not something you want to eat every day. Cup of soup is good food. The Squid for $20. The last good Who episode was the Zygon invasion. Once Clara wasn't a companion, the writing went downhill and politics got injected into the show. I quit watching when Jodie was announced. And would you come back? That's when my kids stopped watching. A lot of kids stopped. God, the Doctor Who had done something here that not even Star Trek could do. They captured a younger audience, like a complete new generation. And then just fucked it off immediately. It was mind-boggling, like how quickly they alienated what could have made the show last another minimum 20 years. Sir Ubasan for $5, hoping to make retro hobbyist games since I can't impress everyone. No, you can't. Forget today's culture, as it's tributing to stuff I've played and seen as a child. That's fine. One of the keys to, if you're talking about content creation, thank you for the $5. You're not going to please everybody. It's fine. I'm sure I've pissed off a lot of people since this has started, and it's fine. Hey Gary, have you checked out Batman Broken Promises? Yes, I did. Avar Jantz. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yeah, Chris Gore sent it to me. It's fucking awesome. It's an animated Batman film, fan made. It's fucking great. Fans, as always, understand Batman more than anybody else. And it's getting that way it is that way with Doctor Who. The thing is, the fandom is so broken, and it got fucking ugly. As ugly and public as the Star Wars discourse was, Doctor Who was uglier. And it was a bummer to see. Because it used to be like the friendliest fandom. Period. Star Trek, friendly fandom, but they're Star Trek fans. So, your initiation into Star Trek fandom was, how much canon did you know? So you had to know your shit. Doctor Who fans, pretty welcoming lot. It was pretty fun for a little while. But activism ruins everything. Politics ruins everything. And I don't know how that heals up. Now, a lot of it was interlopers and posers and tabularistas and activists and people who didn't give a fuck about the show. So they might fuck off after this. I don't know, because they can't complain. Or I haven't checked. Are people complaining that they didn't follow up with the doctor and replaced it with the black man? I'm sure they are. But like I said, people are waking up. I still get emails from, like, I just assumed you were all misogynist and racist, and then, you know, what they end up doing is watching some video that's critiquing Jeremy or Az or yours truly, and then they subscribe to us. So it's great marketing. Jack and the Doctor love affair. Josh Krushk for $1.99. No, I really, really want the Doctor to be asexual. Just be the asexual Doctor. Let the really hot companion that you're gonna choose, like, get in all the relationship stuff if you want. But I would say asexual Doctor for a little while. Okay, just. For one, that gives the whole Doctor and Rose way more impact, because that was, like, to quote a Sheryl Crow song, his favorite mistake. Here's a Knockmamon's Part 2 for $5. Thank you. Please confirm that I've never said anything crude, rude, or otherwise discussing to you on Friday Night Tights crew. Never. I can't lie to your mom and Knockmamon. It really wasn't. I mean, comparatively to, like, Toxic Man Flu? Yeah, no, it's not even close. Thomas, conservative, for $5. The door won't hit Jody's butt on the way out. She doesn't have one. Oh! Quack, 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 quack. That's how she runs. Oh, my God. It was so perfect when Perry put that sound effect in there. Duck runner. Oh, my God. We got one more episode. And that's the other thing. It's like, it's a year and a half away. So we'll see how excited people are from this announcement. They're going to have to do something else. Like, there's a lot of things they can do. But the best thing they can do is keep it simple. Doctor, companion, TARDIS. Doctor is from Gallifrey. Doctor is a Time Lord. Rassilon and Omega matter again, and they aren't usurped by Tecteun. Boy, that was a whole nothing. And I got a question. Where's the Doctor going to be going? I might be wrong, but I thought, like, only Jupiter and Earth and the Moon survived. Maybe Jupiter didn't survive the flux. It's pretty much Earth and the Sun and the Moon. Where's he going to fucking go? Because the entire universe got wiped out by the flux and they never put it back together. I'm sure it's going to happen off screen. Jin Korea, thank you for the $3. I appreciate it. And Emmanuel Reed for $10 says, imagine being tasked with getting Doctor Who out of the 60-foot grave they dug at. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Russell's the only guy who can do it. And he's going to need Moffat too. I'm just going to come out and say it. He's going to have to get his buddy Moffat, because they're going to need about 7 blinks to get out of this shit. And they're not. I mean, that's just a fact. I mean, I guess the best they can hope for is like 70% of their audience back, 75%. Remember, what was it? The holiday special. It was the season 3 holiday special. Voyage of the Damned. had 13 million people watch it. In the UK, a country of 66 million people, that's like damn near a fifth of your entire country watching that show. Do you imagine if something like that happened here? My God, that's like Super Bowl numbers. That's fucking huge. Who watched, how many people watched the last episode live? 3 million. 3 million. Still a little high. Here in the States, it not even, I think it was 400,000. And the demo, we have a demo here because we have commercials. You're going to have to get used to that in the UK because commercials are coming your way. And that keeps you from paying a license fee. But, and whatever. You guys had ads in your movie theaters way before we did. When I went to the UK in 2003, I'm sitting there, I'm going to watch, I think it was Attack of the Clones. I was going to watch, I was trying to kill some time. I'm like, I'll watch Attack of the Clones again. And there was a bunch of ads in front of the movie. Now people laugh because they do it now, but like they didn't do that 20 years ago in the States. Like, it's like, I don't go to pay for fucking ads. And there was a bunch of ads. I don't know. Julian Stanley for $5. Blazing equals filming. No guesses as to how the character will be portrayed. How characters? I mean, you want me to guess? Are you asking me to speculate that we're going to get a gay doctor? Yeah, I think so. I think so. But it should be a sexual doctor. Can this guy... Here, we'll take another look at him. Can this guy channel William Hartnell? I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. I'm just a little skeptical right now. That's all. But, I mean, like, folks, the decision could have been much worse. But this isn't going to rally any troops more than... It'll be like, all right, we might pop in at the first episode. I'm saying there's a decision out there that would have gone, where people would have gone, I'm in for the season. Let's do this. Let's go. That's not this decision, just being real.
I feel really happy that I can now talk about it because I got cast in February. And I've been keeping it a secret since then, and so it's nice to finally breathe. But like also really nervous. It's an incredibly iconic role and an incredibly iconic show, and I just hope I do it justice. I'm following some very, very big footsteps, and so I'm just hoping that I fill them up. I mean, he's a Time Lord. He's literally an alien. They are an alien.
Oh, no! So, like, No. He is an alien. It's still one singular persona throughout all those people. Oh, nope.
Regenerate into anything and anyone, and for me, I just find the show to be the most beautiful form of escapism. Like, you forget about all your worldly troubles and you get to...
See, then that's good. You want it to be escapism. You want it to forget about your worldly troubles. Was he coached to say that?
Go to space and battle aliens, and I feel like I don't know. I just feel like anyone can kind of put themselves in those shoes. I certainly do. The Doctor is not from anywhere. It's like they don't fit.
The Doctor's from Gallifrey. He is a Time Lord.
In anywhere, and I think for marginalized people.
Oh, fuck. Fuck it. It's dead.
They have been a real beacon of kind of feeling like seen in a way, or like they are someone that can help people escape, which I love. And
yeah.
What will I bring to the role? I don't know. Fabulousness. Russell's writing. I'm going to try to do Russell's writing justice, and I think that's the real start.
Fabulous.
I'm not sure.
Oh gosh, have you met him? I mean, it's just I'd seen Shooty's work over the years. Listen to people shouting for him. He's loved. But until he actually walks in the room and you see him, you don't know what you're going to get. And I fell in love, frankly. He's stunning. He did an audition, just blew everyone away. And when you meet him, I think you only cast the Doctor, you cast the potential. I can see him for years exploring the part and taking it somewhere new. That's what I felt. I felt that in my heart. I thought, we can go anywhere with this. Well, it's just too soon to say. I'll tell you why, because lovely Jodie Whittaker, who I adore. I spoke to her yesterday. We phoned her yesterday to tell her about Shooty. And she's still the Doctor. She's got an enormous finale, epic finale, 90-minute finale in October.
Oh, God, no. 90 minutes? Why? Oh, I hope there's like the little fast forward thing on the iPlayer. Did they have that? I can do the, like this. Where you can double that speed right there. Fucking 90. That's just spite. That's just fucking spite. Fuck you too, Chris Chibnall.
So we're polite gentlemen. It's only right and fair to shut up. Until 2023, you'll be fed up of us. We'll be everywhere. But until then, we bow to Jodie and love her and step back.
Listen, he can't say, I can't wait for that cunt to be gone. I get it. But that doesn't sound like they're erasing any timeless children. Does it?
I don't get to make that call because the casting director phones the agent, so the agent calls him. So that's the question of him. We just sit there crossing our fingers saying, please say yes. We could do whatever he wants. And when he said yes, that was just like, I hit the roof. Gorgeous. Happy day.
There's another one.
Shooty!
Hello. Hi, Vicky.
Speechless.
Okay. These are adults. I mean, there's excitement. But that's not real. And she was jumping up and down like she's fucking 5.
What? I feel like sometimes you hear the news, you see the news, and it's like, yeah, that's a thing that's happening to someone. But this really, I felt it in my stomach when I saw the Doctor Who news. It means the world. How's your day been? What a day.
It's been emotional.
Yeah.
It's been emotional. I was just saying, I woke up crying, and then I started dancing, and then I was just like, but I'm glad that it's finally out, and I don't have to keep the secret anymore because I'm terrible.
How long have you kept it secret for?
For
February.
Since Feb. A long time.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh.
Like I really am. We've partied together and taken it back. When in Glasgow?
So they've dropped E.
Like years ago.
Like 2012.
Yeah.
2000. We've known each other a long time. Yeah. So it feels just full circle. I'm like being interviewed by you and. Yeah.
This is what's supposed to happen. How do you feel?
Well, I'm so glad it's out now
Yeah.
because we love him, don't we? And I
do.
want everyone to see it and share in the love. And it's also, we've just got ourselves the biggest free press launch in history.
Thank you, Doctor.
We're
Thank
very
you very
pleased.
much.
This is the best day ever. And, Doctor Who aside, both of you up for so many awards today. It's really...
Yeah, isn't that weird that they did this? I mean, okay, fine. You want to do it the BAFTAs, but they did some video launch with Jodie, and they did a TV special for Capaldi. So they're like, we're trying to save some money with the black guy. What the fuck?
really celebratory because TV has meant more than ever, I think, over the last year, the last couple of years. What has it meant to you?
I have just loved seeing the strides taken in terms of representation.
Oh, fuck! Best thing you could have done is that first interview. That first interview where you're going, I'm really grateful to be a doctor. This is an honor. This role is an honor, and I hope I do the best job. It's great. Now, he's not as bad as Jody. He's not sitting there going, you know, all your perspectives got a bit old. Bitch, you got old after 30 seconds. Oh, I'm going to listen to the rest of this. I don't want to. I was fine at the first one.
There's a lot more. There's a lot being done.
Yeah,
There's
honestly.
a lot of wonderful things being done. But yeah, just seeing the diversity on screen is been great, and pushing that is, yeah.
I feel like we've all got a lot bolder with the messages and the conversations that we're opening up using TV.
R.I.P. Doctor Who, folks. Sorry. I tried. It was the third interview. But wait for it to come out. They might, whatever. Let's just listen to what this young lady has to say. I told you they're a bunch of fucking narcissists. And, oh, I can pretend so I can now tell you how to live even though I have no personal life perspective myself. And any perspective I do have is being flown to fabulous places, staying in five-star hotels because I'm pretty and I know how to read somebody else's words.
And the conversations that we're opening up using.
Seeing the diversity on screen is been great, and pushing that is, yeah.
I feel like we've all got a lot bolder with the messages and the conversations that we're
Oh, you
opening
have.
up using TV.
You've
via
gotten bolder.
TV. Where do you think we're at now? How important is that now?
I think we're in a good place. I think we're in a worrying place. I think we've got a government that's about to sell Channel 4 and has said that the BBC licence fee comes to an end in 2027. So, you know, you can have all your television programmes sponsored by Cadbury's, but they won't be as good.
So what's the message and what's the action?
Whatever, Russell. You're working for Sony. You're working for fucking Sony. See, Russell T. Davies, BBC guy. Told you.
Vote. I think if your MPs ask your MP. I don't know if there's more, but we have problems in the world like food banks and poverty and energy bills, but also your television in the corner of the room is a very important thing. So ask your MP what he's doing, what she's doing.
To end on a
What about they? Bigot.
high, because this is a night of celebration. No. I'm here to hear it, and I know that everyone watching wants to hear it too, but we are celebrating. We're celebrating some of the most glorious television of the past year. Sex Education and It's a Sin have made me laugh, have made me cry, have made me think, and have done the same for so many people I know. So how will you be celebrating if...
I'm not going to say how they're going to be celebrating, but I know exactly how they're going to be celebrating, just like they celebrated in San Francisco at the hair salon, which is fine.
And when you walk away with that accolade.
Copious glasses of champagne.
Yep. That.
I think, and just like a boogie with everyone inside. I'm so nights like this are really nice to celebrate the industry and.
That's enough. I know it's BAFTA, and they're just speaking the BAFTA Academy language. And I'd say the BAFTA Awards historically have been better than the Academy Awards. You guys at least have a little fucking fun, or you used to. Not anymore, but you used to have fun over there. Academy Awards have sucked for a long time, pretty much since Lord of the Rings. Only won Best Picture once when it should have won all three. Ian McKellen should have been given 3 Best Supporting Actor awards. Sean Astin should have won Best fucking Actor for Return of the King. Yeah, it's been shit since then. All right. My hope just dipped. It just dipped. Oh, well, I guess you could still hope for the best, expect the worst, but I fully expect the worst at this point. We'll see how the interviews go the official interviews when they sit down, because if it just becomes an endless stream of, for one, he's not the first black doctor. He's not the first black male doctor. Is he going to identify as a male or non-binary? Because I'll tell you what, I ain't playing this shit anymore. I'm not playing this shit. And if I already, I smell that stink of identity politics, activism. Fuck it. I'm out. And I'm guessing a lot of you are too. Let me get the chat moving again. Sorry. Okay, between Feel Seen and the I Like the Star Wars doctors, I'm about out. Not for me. Then I'm getting Kevin Feige casting Brie Larson vibes, yes, from this interview. Is this guy RTD's? I got to read him. Rebound guy, sorry, but it's just how I feel. No, you don't need to apologize how you feel. I'll read it. Jester of Roanoke for $1. I just want to give the new doc a shot, but Chibs did such a good job crapping on Who's legacy. I just see this new guy being a typical race swap and led into a typical nonsense that Who has become. I foresee the doc being all about race episodes. I can see that. Thanks again, Jester of Roanoke, for $1. I got you. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. This is on the donation side. I can see that they are far away looking into your eyes. I can tell your way you hold them, darling. All right now, that won't be long. It's crying time again. I fucked that up, but those are lyrics. Yeah. I've made my peace, to be honest with you. I've mourned Doctor Who. So I'm just a casual observer watching this shit. I'm totally fine with it being done. Totally fine. I guess we'll find out in a year and a half. So we'll have a year and a half of representation. And I'm telling you, people are just fucking fed up with it. We're fed up with it. You know when we're in a good place as a society? When it's, we just cast a dude as Doctor Who. Which is the way I see it. I don't give a shit what his color is. I never care what his color is. I've said that since day one on this channel. How about just going, we got a new doctor, best actor for the job. That's what they started out doing, and that was smart. Now they're going to get led into it by the stupid, shitty access media. Well, I've got an idea. How about you fucking try talking to some new people, because the Screen Rants of the world and the fucktards who are in the access media haven't done you any good. And they have no influence anymore. They're not going to help you. They're just going to regurgitate everything. And I know they're just essentially rewording press releases from the fucking studios. And nobody's reading that shit. That's why you have to sift through like 50,000 ads to get to their fucking 2-paragraph article that tells you dick. And that's why people are going to YouTube. Nemo Nova for $4.99. I was so hoping that Richard Ayoade, the IT crowd, was going to be the next Doctor. He would have been good. Maybe this guy's as good. I don't know. Do you think this will be as bad as Batwoman, says Ryan Petite for $5? Not with RTD writing, unless he's completely lost it. No. It still could be bad, though. If RTD decide, I have seen some very good writers go down the identity politics highway and turn into shit writers. Hell, Noah Hawley on Legion. Right? Like, Legion had some weird shit in it. It was supposed to. It was a weird show. But then it went, like, on the nose identity politics in season 3. And it was like, bye. Bye-bye. Russell just said his corporate-sponsored Doctor Who is not going to be any good. He basically just said that, Josh Crush, because he's like, the BBC 4 is going to be for sale. Yeah, it's going to be for sale because the public shouldn't be fucking paying for TV. It's too dangerous, for one. The public paying for state-sponsored TV is never a good idea. Now, it's great that we got some pretty great TV in the past. We're lucky. We're lucky. The UK is lucky. But now that we have governments that don't really represent us very well, which led to the whole Brexit thing, Brexit, I almost forgot what it was called. I was thinking Cal exit. It led to the whole thing is there was a bunch of people who didn't feel like they were represented. And I don't mean representation. I mean actual representation. Like, I vote your ass in to speak for me. And there was no accountability. We're going through that here right now. Let Hollywood die. Glass it if you must, says Darth Gravel for $5. It might I think it's glassing itself. It's glassing itself. I mean, yeah, there's still like a bunch of normies, you know, following the laser pointer to go see fucking Doctor Strange. You know, all you have to do is like with a lot of, which is none of you in the audience, by the way. You guys are very smart, critically thinking fans, customers. I'm talking about the Disney consumer, who you can just throw a ball of string to and they'll be entertained for hours. And then you can get the laser pointer out and they'll be all on the wall. Yeah. I still say screw representation, nothing but story. Black Tiger 001 for $2. You are correct. You'll get the representation you want when you just tell a good fucking story, and it doesn't matter. You put the best people in the role, and by the way, if you think you need to boost somebody up based on their skin color and not on their talent, that makes you the racist. That makes you the racist. I'm talking about the powers that be at the BBC in Hollywood. And, you know, a diversity hire is exactly that. Eric July made a great video on it yesterday. Talking about the Netflix employees who were hired as diversity hires for their internal website and then fired weeks later. And then like, you fired us because we were diversity hires. Yeah. You were just a virtue signal. You were just a press release. You were cast. And then you were cast away. Just like a lot of the creatives at Disney Plus. That's why they don't go back. That's why a lot of them don't go back. And there's a lot of NDAs keeping a lot of people quiet who would, there's some that might not stay that way. I'm just going to say that right now. There's some that might come out and be very, very critical of one Kevin Feige and his virtue signaling hiring. Hope that happens. That needs to happen. We're fans. None of the people in my chat, Jeremy's chat, Az's chat, Mahler's chat. Nobody gives a fuck. We just want good storytelling. I don't care what the person looks like. I don't care who you have sex with. I don't care what God you pray to. I don't care how much money you have. I don't give a shit about anything. If you're able to tell a good story from a very neutral, you know, somewhat empathetic, or at least observational point of view, like all good writers. Alan Moore is a psychopath. He thinks he's a wizard. But he's still able to, well, he used to be able to tell both sides of a story. Disney stock is down another 2%. Doctor Strange is making all the money. It's making all the money. It's making a lot of money, folks. Doctor Strange is making a lot of money. No doubt about that. It's dumb. It's one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen. I was on EFAP for 4 hours yesterday, and we got through 30 minutes of, and like, hey, I'm Rags, Fringy, Mahler, had a good time with the lads. They were good guys. And they get into the weeds, man, when it comes to inconsistencies. They get in the weeds, and that's what I love about them. They're nerds. I mean, fundamentally, I have more of a problem with the Marvel Comics decisions that they made. And yes, again, this is what makes me a bad YouTuber. I should have fucking clipped this audio out because I don't know what live stream it's in. But I've said it more than once. When I heard that Wanda was going to be in Doctor Strange 2, I guessed the ending. I'm like, well, she'll just defeat herself at the end. Which, spoilers, is exactly what happens. You know? And when it's that predictable, and I'm not the only one who predicted it, okay? When it's that predictable, 2 years in advance, you're not telling good stories. And holy shit, they did it Moon Knight too. And I'll say this again. Mahler and I messaged each other after he saw the end, and we're like, God damn, they did it. They really went that on the nose with it. Like, because I didn't think they would. I'm like, nope, Oscar Isaac, they're going to show him respect. They're obviously focusing on Ethan Hawke, who cheated on Uma Thurman, which is just, I don't know, whatever. And Oscar Isaac, and yeah, okay, so, you know, maybe it won't be a bait and switch. Maybe this time it'll be different. Man, fucking sweet summer child. Woo. Doctor Who focused guests for next real BBC, please, Gary. Doctor Who focused Lucas Rocks for $2. It's on Az's channel, and I'm positive that will be the focus of at least the first part of the live stream. But we also have Doctor Strange and Moon Knight and House of the Dragon to talk about. It's Az's show this week, but I'm sure we'll have one. I'm going to do a Fury of the Whovians 1, 2. Az will be invited, of course, and Mahler and all the lads and lasses who have been on before. There's a lot of up and coming YouTube Doctor Who YouTube channels who have been just like on absolutely everything every minute. That's all they do. As you know, I don't focus on one franchise, but we're going to bring some of them in and see what they think. Black Tiger 001 for 5 Canadian pesos. Thank you. Okay, let's just say it. Look at what he is wearing. Look at his hair. There is a reason animals learned not to eat the brightly colored frog's poison. Yeah, I mean, like, it depends on how they play the doctor. It really does. And if I'm not going to blame you for thinking, oh, they're going to come out as a non-binary doctor or some bullshit like that, and it's just like, I'm done. I probably, yeah. If it comes out like, if it's pretty clear it's going to be woke and non-binary, not even going to fucking try. Don't even care. Done. Bye. See ya. I got better things to do. I sat through a whole fucking I'm sitting through all of Jodie's. I am not going to do it again. Not. It was like Star Trek Discovery. I just fucking had enough after a third season. I'm like, this is just going to be retarded. Petard was retarded. Strange New Worlds was not good. I repeat, was not good. Anson Mount, good. Surrounded by shit and shit writing. Was it better bad? It was better bad, but it's not good. Build back better. Better bad better. Build back better. If it was Idris Elba, nobody would care. Cast good actors and we don't care. Right, Christopher Hamrick, sorry, for $5. I was kind of hoping they would do something like that. Idris Elba would have been fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome. I'm not getting a super Time Lord vibe. He said it's going to be fabulous. We don't want Doctor Who on ice. I'm just saying that right now. We don't want Doctor Who the musical. We don't want Glee Doctor Who. Super Captain Chris for $4.99 says, I just can't do it. I've seen every franchise I love turn to shit. I just can't bring myself hope anymore. Take my $5. Cheers. Do not give them a penny of your money until they earn you back. They need to earn you back. And it's on RTD, and it's on this kid who they just hired. And is it fair? No. But life isn't fair. And he needs to do everything Jodie didn't, which is research, and you endear yourself to the fandom starting right now. And you don't take a fucking side. Don't bring up your damn race. Nobody gives a shit. Just go and like, hey, I'm going to do the best job I can. Just keep saying that over and over again. You don't even need to elaborate on it much. Just go, I'm going to do the best. This is a great role. I respect everybody who's done it before. I'm filling in giant footsteps, like he said before. I'm doing the work. I'm watching the episodes. I've got a little time before we start filming, so I'm going to research. And, I'll check back. And Russell T. Davies said it, which is, I think, the smartest move, which is we're going to be quiet for a while. I would just say that. And really work on your strategy of winning us back, because your little tumbleristas and blue check marks on Twitter, we're never going to watch your show. The fucking see you next Tuesdays who are out there drinking male tears and then never watching your show are still going to never watch your show. The people you alienated are the ones who bought your shit and watched your show and bought your DVDs. Do not fuck with us. And you fucked with us. And you paid the price. And now your multi-billion-dollar franchise license is now a multi-million-dollar franchise license. And it's hanging by a fucking thread. You have the power, BBC and Russell T. Davies. You have the power, and you decided to hit a single. I mean, for baseball reference, sorry to the UK audience. It's a bunt single to first base. You guys just saw baseball. You saw the Yankees play the Red Sox in London. That was awesome, by the way. And can we have all your announcers? Because your announcers are so much better than ours. So, yeah, every baseball game needs to be announced by whoever announced that game. That was fucking awesome. I mean, I give a shit about the Red Sox or Yankees, but that was pretty cool. I'm secretly watching baseball again, but don't tell anybody. Gary, have you checked out One Piece yet? Yu Yu Hakusho yet? Not yet, Jack White. For $5. Anime Kimmy has sent me a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have my anime and manga section in this office. It's actually where this desk is right now. As soon as news stops dropping, I can work on my office again. All right, and I got to wrap things up. I really do have to go. I was not even supposed to live stream today. So let's ba-doop. All right, we're gonna try to get through as many of these as possible. I'm gonna go to the beginning. Yeah, I was only supposed to go an hour. We'll go like 15 more minutes. So I'm going to whip through these. Here we go. I've read that one. I've read that one. I've read that one. Rushdin Barnes for 35 South African pesos. Why did Disney get an ex-Muslim to make Miss Marvel when Miss Marvel is still a Muslim? They playing this only in Pakistan in the cinema? Other countries at home? Yeah, that's true. Miss Marvel is going to be in Pakistan in the theaters. It was directed by, I believe, Moroccan and Belgium director, which is great. No problem. Sana Amanat, who was the creator of Miss Marvel, I'm not sure if she's on the project anymore. I would think she saw it through. Who was a total identitarian, doesn't know shit about comics. It's really weird why they did that. It was the virtue signal. I mean, like, let me know. So I guess it's going to be in 2 parts in Pakistan. If anybody's there, let me know how it does. Curious. Just to let you guys know, not really a popular character here in America. They keep saying the very popular Miss Marvel. That's not true. That is a lie. Randomized for $4.99. Only watched 3 episodes of Jodie Whittaker run. Thank God, and they could have cast a one-legged dog, and I wouldn't have cared. R.I.P. Doctor Who, but please prove me wrong. Yeah, that's a good attitude. It's dead. Prove me wrong. Ever Jance for $5. Hey, Gary. Have you checked out the Batman Broken Promise? Yeah, I read this one, and yes, I did. A Sticks for $19.99. Thank you very much. Hail, Gary and the Fellowship. I am hoping Doctor Who will wake up and realize the last 5 years was a horrible dream by a master who looks weirdly like Jodie or Chibs. Sasha Dewaldi? Sasha, I can't remember his last name. He's a decent actor. Like, he probably would have made a better Doctor, to be honest with you. He's a decent actor. Sir Ubasan for $5. Hoping to make retro hobbyist. Oh, I read that one. The Squid, read that one. Okay. The Annoying Orange. Oh, my God. I haven't even thought about The Annoying Orange in years. First Nooner Super Chat. Ooh, there you go. Hail, Gary and the Fellowship. There is no way, I'll be gentle, that there will be no identity politics, story themes, so please don't get your hopes up too much. Tom Baker is the GOAT. Yeah, Annoying Orange, you're right. There's just absolutely no way on this green earth, this good earth, they're going to leave it out. There's just no way. Prove me wrong. The Hawk 86 for £5 British pounds. Thank you very, very much. That's proper money. How can they fix the Timeless Child storyline? I have doubts about the future of the show. I'm hoping for the best. But, yeah, how do they fix it? Ooh. I mean, there's a million ways you can fix it. It's not about how. It's about willingness. Are they willing to be brave enough to undo that, make most of the fans happy, and stave off the criticism from a very loud, vocal minority of people who don't watch the show? And in other words, going against their own. Will they go up against their own? Black Tiger 001 for 2 Canadian pesos says, never a Doctor Who fan, was a Star Trek fan, feel your pain. Yeah, Star Trek fans and Doctor Who fans, even if you guys only watch your respective shows, you absolutely are going through the same thing. So, yeah, there's no difference there at all. The only slight difference is, the Timeless Children. They went back in the past and completely fucked the show. So you can't just go, oh, forget it. There were rumors a year ago that Helen Mirren would be the first female doctor. That sounded fun, but she turned it down. Oh, she would have been better than Jodie for sure. OMG puppies for $20. But it still wouldn't have worked. Helen Mirren as a time lady. Yeah, sign me up. Center Negative for $19.99. My thanks to Mama Thorne for giving birth to you. Why, thank you. Sorry, this doctor casting is a huge missed fan SVC opportunity. Fan-saving opportunity. During RTD and Stephen Moffat runs, there was a running gag about the doctor being disappointed he wasn't a ginger when he regenerated. Yep. Still not a ginger, which, I mean, maybe he'll say. I'm guessing this doctor will say it. As a Brit, Doctor Who has lost its momentum for a while, but I hope RTD could bring a second golden era, if only if he gets wins. Yeah, Lord Executioner for £5 Thank you very much. He's going to have to get balls, like serious balls. And I mean, you got to think about like how, and you got to think about how entrenched creatives have gotten in their personal politics since 2016. We've lost a lot of creative people to their derangement syndrome that they got from Trump. Like, Trump broke some people, like fucking broke them. And sometimes when your psyche breaks, it don't come back. Ask Sid Barrett. Or it takes decades to get it back. Like, poor Sid. He was able to lead like a normal life, like later on in life. Figure out how to go to the grocery store and that was due to drugs. But like, we saw an entire industry break over hysteria, over just absolute hysteria. And it's crazy is they're all mum now when there's real scary shit going on. Like real, actual scary shit going on. And they're all, because these people are full of shit. Yeah, I mean, like, this isn't a black pill. This is this is things shifting. It just might be over for scripted entertainment. We're getting a nice last run with these, carnival rides that are Marvel movies. And they're like shitty carnival rides now. But I mean, are theaters like truly back if it's not like, can an independent film make some money? Can a comedy make some money? I mean, over time, I hope so. I don't want the theaters to die. Never wanted the theaters to die. But we're in the content era, and there's just, it should be a renaissance, but it's a shit-assance. It's a crap-assance. It's a sewage-assance. Tree stand safety for £5. When Doctor Who started bathing in sentimentality in the Davies reign, that's when it started to end for me. And I would say that's the one thing you need to walk back. I like the sentimentality of the Davies reign, but I think I like it as a one-time run with those two doctors as part of that arc. I think they really need to go back to old school. I would even go back to half-hour episodes. That's what I'd do. That's what I'd do. I'd go back to the half-hour episodes, and it's just an asexual doctor with his companion going into getting adventures. Just keep it as fucking simple as possible and focus on story. Good aliens, get some good guest stars, write a good fun story. And like I said, don't bring in politics for a long time. I'm not saying forever, but don't even do any allegories. Just go into space. and try to tell the best stories you can. That's the best chance you're going to have. But they seem to be wanting to go a different way. So there you go. Da Monster VGA for £5 British. I'd like to think RTD chose for the right reasons, unlike diversity tick box BBC, but it's hard to fully be on board with the timeless child. Thanks, Chibs. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. N. Second Indy. I think his name was Lofty, but he was arguing that the Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange 2 wasn't MCU on the Flashcast. Oh, I saw. I heard. And I wanted to scream at my monitor. I am still on David Tennant season 3, but working my way up. Oh, good. Yeah, work your way up to about the 50th, maybe season 8, then stop. Used to be Cool Hand Luke. Thank you for the $20. Yeah, I believe Lofty's argument was that it's not a big deal that it was Wanda's movie. And it wasn't a bait and switch, even though it was Wanda's movie. And he was trying to compare it to the Avengers, even though the movie was called Doctor Strange 2. Lofty just couldn't. He was backed into a corner. He couldn't admit defeat. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. Lofty would have lost the argument to Yellow Flash alone. But he was getting piled on. I saw Cecil in there, and I wanted to chat about it because I don't think anybody in the chat would remember, but I know Cecil would remember. It was Cecil's Blade of the Assassin moment. That is some old fucking lore right there. But if some of you out there remember Game of Thrones Season 8, after the long night, Cecil was defending the show, and he came into a live stream with me and Mahler and a bunch of other people and just held his ground as best as he could. Better than Lofty did. I'll say that. Better than Lofty did. But he kept on saying, Ari is the blade of the assassin. It's so funny. People come around. But as I said in the chat last night, not every litter, but most litters, some litters have a lame pup, and Lofty is ours. He's our little lame pup running around out there being lame. Still love the little guy. We do. We rub his little head and go, it's okay, Tiger. You keep trying with those opinions. Use them like exercise, Just keep having them. Maybe they'll grow and get better as time goes on. I kind of feel sorry for his parents, though. I do. The Grizzly for $20. Gary, you should check out a channel called Call Me Customer. He's an ex-network executive from MSNBC, and he just did a video featuring you. What? The video was about the Amazon execs at Lotterop. He had some really good takes. Oh, I know who that is. It's called me. Okay, I know who that is. Yeah, I'll check it out, Grizzly. Thanks for the shout-out. Thanks. I appreciate that. The Amazon execs are fighting. They're fighting. They are shedding themselves because Amazon's $1 trillion company. The reason it's $1 trillion company is because it's a for-profit company. So it's not a charity. So the shit it produces, it needs to get a return on. And if it doesn't get a return on it, they cancel. Amazon cancels shows all the time. They canceled The Expanse. They canceled The Tick. They didn't rush out with the Good Omen show, which was kind of a surprise. I think they are going to do season 2 now. Good performances, things that annoyed me. There was things that annoyed me in that, though. Pathetically predictable, like a moth to the flame. Green Goblin says Darth Dragonborn for $4.99. Yep. Pathetically predictable, like a moth to the flame. I actually should use that clip. Thanks. Keep that in mind. Use that clip. Hey, Gary, did you see the teaser for the new One Piece movie and thoughts on the Ministry of Truth from the current president, Jack White? The Ministry of Truth needs to be soundly defeated this November with our election. Hopefully, the do-nothing fucking Republicans will do something. If they don't do something, then you need to vote everybody out of office. If the Ministry of Truth gets enacted, you need to vote everybody out. Every establishment person needs to go. Everybody. Clean sweep. Fucking gone. And then vote in people who will get rid of the Ministry of Truth. Because I will not live under a Ministry of Truth. I won't be able to. I'll be in trouble. Thank you, Jack. As far as I have not seen the One Piece trailer. Is it live action from Netflix? Oh boy. The interview was why thinking Jack and the Doctor that was hinted at before going to happen, calling it now, says Josh Crush. You might not be wrong. If he's uncanceled, looks like Noel Clark is fighting back. He got a lot of accusations. His name dragged through the mud, and he's fucking came back swinging. And if he's innocent, good. I don't think they found any evidence, and that's kind of important. Was he, I don't know. I've got 2 Mickey action figures hanging on the wall, and he hasn't fondled anybody else that I've noticed. Why didn't they just cast Danny John Jules instead? I'd rather see the cat doctor than this guy. Cooler King for $5. So I'm getting you guys aren't really impressed by Shooty. Julian Stanley for $5. RTD's body language conflicts with everything he's saying. Yeah, it looked a little uncomfortable. Also, the best joke I've seen about the Doctor is his name reads like an eye chart. Well, this does establish a bit of a precedent that I don't like. Now, okay, well, I have to go back through. Was every Doctor born in the UK? I'm pretty sure. He's not born in the UK. He's born in Rwanda. And I think everything about this show needs to be British. Like, as nationalistic as possible. Like, every crew member, everybody, every writer, born in the UK. I don't want a fucking American working on that. Not at all. We got $100 right here. Woo! Legalize adulthood for $100. Here's a little something for Mrs. Nerdrotic on Mother's Day. Was optimistic about the new... thank you very much, by the way, and happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Was optimistic about the new Doctor, but as soon as the guy said representation, I'm right back to thinking it's going to be shite. Yeah, I kind of... Yep. Gary, they need to try something like Matthew Good, who was great in Discovery of Witches as a vampire. Try that if you got time. A love story, but it's decent. I saw a scene for it at Comic-Con back in 2019. I thought it was just something my wife would like. I'm surprised she doesn't watch it. Or maybe she did try to watch it. But thanks, Chronicles. Thanks for the 10 British pounds. Yeah, Matthew Good would have been good. But not anymore. Jack White. Oh, I read that one already. So, all right. Yeah, representation. Lakehead for $10 on the donation side. I'm still not watching it until the retcon of the Timeless Children, and they stop with the political woke bullshit, which means never, I guess, right? Raven3363 for $24.68. Well, I was cautiously optimistic with the casting, but those interviews you watched tell me all I need to know. I'll watch the Witch Die, and I'll watch the 60th, but after that, I'm probably done. R.I.P. Doctor Who. I'm right there with you. The Rand Man for $2. I checked out when Dr. Karen was the reason Rosa Parks stood up for herself. Yeah. That's the kind of thing they're going to look back on 10 years ago. Oh, maybe we're the baddies. I mean, you just don't go there. That's why you don't go there. Don't go there. Talk about agency all fucking day long. A white woman had to help a black woman stand up on the fucking bus. Fuck off. Keep your nose out of America's history, and we'll keep our nose out of yours. Okay. Jester of Roanoke for $1. Okay. Between feels seen and I read this one. Okay. Space Dinosaur, member for 16 months, says, took a look. Hang on, we're going to stop it right there. Took a look at H. Beam Piper's little fuzzy sapiens and fuzzies and other people. You'd love Sunstone prospector old Jack Halloway. Space future of enjoying cocktail hour with a good pipe and highball. All right. I don't know what half of that is, but I'll figure it out. Take a look at H. Beam Piper's little fuzzy sapiens and fuzzies and other people. That's not fuzzies, not furries, right? I mean, I don't judge, but I'm not in that furry shit. Thank you for being a member, Space Dinosaur. And bottoms up. Happy Mother's Day. Buford T. Justice for $49.99. Gary, the show he comes from is Sex Education. May be the wokest show on earth. He plays a very gay black man. Doctor Who will just be as woke as it was under Chibnall. Doctor Who is officially dead. Yeah. I mean, It's a Sin is pretty woke too. And Russell's done woke stuff before. I mean, Queer as Folk. And he managed to be very balanced with Doctor Who. But was that the BBC? Was that Stephen Moffat? I don't know. Just a little something to thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, the Who Flung Poo for $2. Aaron Casto, thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. All right, I got to bug out. I got to finish this Moon Knight review. So look for that. I'm going to be talking about this all week. So we're going to get a Fury of the Whovians at some point during the week. Real BBC on Tuesday will be lit. I just wanted to say, as we close out, I saw somebody in the chat of Yellow Flash. This isn't, I don't put this on Yellow Flash at all. Yellow Flash defended her. Nina was there. Nina has not ruined the Real BBC. Last week, we had record numbers. Hail Nina Infinity. All right. See you guys next time. Thanks, Quarter Black, for setting this up real quick. Thanks for everybody who left a donation, and we will keep a record of it, and I'll probably, for the ones from this stream, I'll catch on Monday or Wednesday. We'll have X-Ray Girl hook that up. And thanks, X-Ray Girl out there. Maybe she'll be a mom someday. You never know. Thanks all the moms, especially Mrs. Nerdrotic for allowing this to happen today. Holy shit. Doctor fans, I wish it was better news. I really do. It's not the worst case scenario. We'll say that. But it all depends on what they do from here. But I think I'll just come out and say it. I think they've already fucked up. I think it's dead. As a couple of people have said in chat wisely, prove me wrong. Maybe somebody out there from the BBC's listening and wanting to hear from the other side. This other side, we want good stories. We don't want to be alienated. We don't want to be told that we're bad. And we just want to have fun. We don't need your messages. We don't need your conversations. I'm probably twice as old as most of you who work at the BBC. I don't really give a fuck what you think about life. Understand your fandom. Understand what is left of your fandom. And it's not much. And it ain't kids. It's not Twitter. It's not Tumblr. Here in America, it's not 18 to 49, which is the demographic for commercials. the young people you want watching. Your last episode had a 0.6. So out of 400,000 people, that's roughly 80,000 people, the people you want watching your show in a country of 331 million people. So it's deader than dead here. And this decision is not even going to bump it. It's not even going to bump it. So you got to do something fabulous to get a lot of people back, and this wasn't it. Now, maybe Russell sees something in this guy that we don't. And we'll find out. But like I said before, 100,000, isn't it? No, we'll say 1,000 light year stare. The doctor needs the 1,000 light year stare. Thank you, KB Gaming. Welcome to, it still says Gelogia, but it's going to say radicalized pretty soon. Or fellowship. Welcome to the fellowship level. And the adult dating site is here right at the end. Tinder. Oh, well, if you guys want to date, don't hit that link. Do not hit that link. And thank you all. We just wanted good stories, and it sounds like you just want to tell us how to think, and, well, you can fuck right off. Your show's dead. So thank you all. Sorry, Doctor Who fans. You deserve so much better, and I hope I'm wrong about all this. And it turns out to be great, and we can let the healing begin. Time will tell. So until next time.